Hi there, Jamie Keat here today at Teachers Tech. Hope you're having a great day today. So to start off 2020, we're going to be talking a little bit about productivity. Actually, I have a special guest coming on Teachers Tech, and his name is Francesco from Keep Productive, a fantastic channel all about productivity. He goes over so many apps. Do check it out if you're looking at some of the best ones out there. He has them all. But he's taking a look more specifically today in this video about Notion and how it can be used for teaching and for students to keep everything organized. And the great thing about this app is that it's free for students and teachers. So if you're looking at getting organized for 2020, do check this out. I'll let Francesco take it over from now and check below for all the links if you're looking to check it out even more.
Hello folks, my name is Francesco. Thank you very much to Jamie for having me here on today to talk to you guys about Notion for educators, for teachers, and what we'll be doing today is exploring around this application. The great thing is this application, Notion, is free for educators. You can get a personal plan if you want to, and I'll include the link in the description to that, which is great news because if you are an educator and you are eager to use this application after this video, then you can take advantage of that plan. Now, a lot of questions have been asked about what is Notion, and hopefully I'm going to answer them for you today. I'm also going to show you a few templates that you might be able to take away and use for starting to plan some of your classroom activities. But before we begin, I just want to say a big thank you to Jamie from Teachers Tech for inviting me here on the channel. You should subscribe to this channel if you're new here. If you want to find out more about my work, I run a channel called Keep Productive. You can subscribe to it. It's here on YouTube, and I'm sure Jamie will add it in the link in the description. And if you want to learn about Notion a little more, we do have a course with an educator discount of Student 50. If you add that one, you'll get $50 off, which is great news. So as you can see, here we are with Notion. Now, as you can see, it's very blank, and the real amazingness of Notion is that you can design it to however you want to use the application. And you're probably wondering, how do I go about doing that? Now, it's really simple. You give your page a title. In this case, we might create this as our home page. This is where we're going to start from and start building our own layout. Now, the best way to describe Notion is it's sort of like a website, an intranet per se, allowing you to create whatever sort of structure you like. So, for example, you could create pages for your lesson plans, you can create and organize a to-do list, you can manage some upcoming events using a calendar. You can basically build it using these things called databases. So let's go ahead and create this homepage. Now, once I enter, obviously it will create a brand new fresh page, and what I'm going to do is add an icon. An icon's a neat way to sort of get started. I can add an icon of a home there. So let's say I wanted to go ahead and start creating a brand new calendar for the upcoming semester, making sure that I'm understanding and seeing all of the future events for my students and what I need to be doing each week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the / command. Now, the / button opens up what these things called are blocks. Now, blocks are basically ways to insert different things. You can insert a new page, you can insert to-do lists, headings, bullet lists, toggle lists, quotes. But the real magic is when you go ahead and scroll down to databases. There is a range of different databases that you can add. You can add a table, a board, a gallery, a calendar, and even a list view, which is extremely useful. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and create a calendar in line. So as you can see there, really magically, a calendar has just popped up ready to be used. Now, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and just delete this. And if I wanted to as well, is I could create the entire page to be dedicated to a calendar. So I can press one of these and magically that appears. Now, the great thing is you can do a whole lot here. I probably won't make it as sort of detailed for you when it comes to that. But let's just start adding some events and activities to this calendar. So for example, if I know next week is half term or a break from the semester, maybe I want to add in break. Now, what's really cool is I can, give it a tag if I want to. And whatever I want to add, I can add a property. So, for example, I can add maybe a number, a multi-select, a person it's associated to. But let's not make it too complicated right now. Let's go ahead and add a lovely icon. And let's call this one a nice break. Maybe we're going camping for that break. So let's have a little tent. So if I go out of this, you can see that the break appears there. And I'm going to say the break's a week long. So that's perfect. I can see all of that there. Now, maybe I've got a really important exam for one of my classes here. I could put exam. And what I could do is I could add an icon and type in school maybe. And there we go. I've got the graduation hat there. And what I can even do is go below here and start adding some more details about the exam if I wanted to. So over here, I can actually select tags on. So you can see that this card is a property, is a holiday. And this card is, I can actually put it for the students. And then even I can go out of this and maybe begin to plot the staff party. So I can add another icon and I can put party. Maybe there'll be pizza there. And I could say that probably is part of the staff. So you can begin to see, although this is a very simple explanation of the calendar, you can start planning your actual activities that are coming up, which might be extremely useful. But the magic with Notion is that you can do way more than that. Now, for example, if I wanted to go ahead and create a brand new page, I could, for example, create a new lesson plan or lesson planner. So this might be useful when, you have, an idea of some of the lessons that you want for the semester and you want to begin to plan them. So I'm going to go ahead and create a table. Now, a table is a really good example because it's sort of like an Excel spreadsheet. But here we go. I'm going to give this column title of lesson so that I have the title of the lesson ready. I can even change the column next to it to topic so that I can add whatever topic it's relevant to. Okay, so I've maybe added my topic. Maybe I want some files to be associated with it. So I could say class materials so that the students know what they're getting. But I can add lots more properties to this. Now, it's really cool. There's a range of different properties. What I might want to choose is actually a date for the date that's coming up for this one. So I can move this one along, make it a little bit smaller, and put date. I can even add more properties as well. And it's really useful to be able to maybe add URLs, phone numbers, and even people to associate it to if you're working with your colleagues. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because I don't actually need it. And I can start planning this lesson. So I might want to say this is going to be on the theory of relativity. And I'm going to open this one up. So we can start planning inside of here. I can add an icon that could be science related. So maybe a microscope. I can even add class materials. So for example, if I wanted to embed a link, maybe for them to go away and read. For example, here, the Wikipedia page might be useful, although I don't recommend that. And I could say next Tuesday is when I'd like the lesson to be. And this would be on science. So down here, I can begin actually adding the details. I can start adding them in bullet points maybe. But one of the biggest time savers that people have found with Notion is to utilize something called database templates. If I created a new template, anytime I go below each of the pages, I can basically replicate whatever that adds. So for example, I could be like lesson template. And below here, I could start creating an area just using the / command to create a heading. Maybe I want to say, what is the main objective of the class? And add a divider below that to neaten it up. And maybe I want to put useful videos for the class and add a divider just below that. So that's perfect because what I could do is I could move that next to it and I'm ready to go on the lesson template. So when I'm inside of this new theory of relativity, I can click on this lesson template and bang, I instantly get the main objective. And the main objective is to understand the basics of Einstein's theory. and I can start adding useful videos. So in this case, I can actually embed YouTube videos or Vimeo videos so that the students can actually click in and watch these, or I can actually just send them to them directly. So I can start organizing and planning future lessons. So the real magic in Notion is if you're really wanting to get started with some of the basics, they actually have a template section. If you click the template section, there is an education section that's dedicated. So for example, you could have a classroom home, which allows you to have all of your syllabus, schedule, required texts, assignments, sections, contact and office hours, and even announcements for your students. And even the lesson plans, this is a much better one that I created, allowing you to have a very specific, broken down concepts for each of the learning objectives, class design, and some of the closing remarks. And even a course schedule, allowing you to actually plan in future topics and readings that you'll end up giving to your students. And even a class directory of some of the other teachers in the school, for example. So take advantage of those templates. You can find them there using templates, and all you have to do is press use this template, and you can start basically deleting the information that's already in there and start adding your own. So that really can become extremely helpful when it comes to organizing your own lesson plans and getting started on Notion. Now, Notion is a little bit tricky when you get started, if I'm honest. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you find some value from it and once you continue to persist in learning it, I think there is a huge opportunity for you to save time, effort. Many of you may be using Evernote or OneNote, and for basically planning and coordinating your activities, this is a good solution, allowing you to do a range of different things. If you want to email me directly, if you're a teacher, educator, or even a student looking to advance your learning about Notion, email me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions you have and maybe explain it to you in a bit more of a simple way, because sometimes it can be tricky, and obviously you're sort of breaking down those barriers is pretty important. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on Notion. Thank you to Jamie for having me here on Teachers Tech. And if you want to subscribe to Keep Productive, you can, and check out the course if you're interested. But thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys in a future video, either on Keep Productive, and I'll pass over back to Jamie for regular uploads here on Teachers Tech. Thanks guys, see you later.